All right, episode number 2 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of your weekly Chirp podcast. This is way farther than I think we would make. So, we're already in episode 2. That's very exciting. Episode 1, we got a lot of really good feedback. I was actually really happy with how many people told us they really liked it. We got we're sitting at over 500 views.
Yeah, over 550, I believe.
That blows my mind.
As long as around there, yeah. 60 subscribers.
Hey, thank you.
60 subs. I don't know.
I like that.
We were terrified to do the first episode and really scared about how people would react to it. And I think the fact that I expected like 10 views.
Yeah, me too.
I
10?
I swear to God, I did not expect it to do this well. And we have over 500, so that's really encouraging. And now we're taking this way more serious.
The power of social media, man. I love it.
We didn't even tell anyone until we uploaded it.
No one knew until we uploaded it and then told people. So
all right, 1 or 2 people knew. But
I got mainly all positive feedback, so
yeah.
So it was pretty well.
The 2 things were that the audio was kind of low, which I think it should be higher now. Loud. But then other than that, I mean, we got nothing but just people saying they really liked it, and that's really cool. That's all I gotta say.
We also finally have mic stands.
Oh yeah, I didn't even talk about that.
You guys don't have to hold them anymore.
We're not holding our mics.
I have 2 hands free now.
You won't be bobbing the mic
to do whatever I want. That's what I want to talk about. So our schedule we're looking at right now is every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central Time. That's what we're looking at, posting all of our videos. So I guess subscribe and hit the like button and hit the bell.
Yeah, smash that notification bell.
Yeah.
We also have a Twitter.
Yeah, so the Twitter will be in the description if you want to follow us there, because we'll also post when we upload. And then I don't know what else we're going to use it for. Probably memes. Hopefully we can make some memes. But I'm just serious. And then other than that, we're working on other stuff. So
a TikTok is coming soon.
Yeah, and then if you want to listen to it on Spotify, that's in the works. So we're looking, because you got to get approved on Spotify. It's kind of like a whole process, but we've been working on that. That's going to come soon. Other than that, that's all I wanted to say in the intro.
Yeah,
thank you for the positive feedback. We love it.
Mm-hmm.
It was very nice. Very nice.
What are we getting into, boys?
We can talk about the trip.
Yeah, we went out of town over the weekend. It was an area near Branson, Missouri.
It was on Table Rock Lake. It was a really nice area. Very beautiful, kind of on the north part of the Ozark Mountains. Played on a really hard golf course, especially for me because I never play golf. So
that golf course was beautiful.
It was amazing.
I did play second though. So
shout out to Ledgestone Golf Course.
Very nice.
If you're in the area,
I'll put some pictures up on the screen of our golf course because it was beautiful. I took so many pictures of it.
The staff was amazing.
Staff was so nice.
They didn't rush us. I mean,
19-year-old somethings walked in and was like, "Hey, we're here to play golf," and I've never been like that respected. They're like, "Oh yeah, like come and play," and they were so nice. Like golf courses around here that are a billion times like worse and run down. They get so mad when there's more than 4 people, and these guys were totally cool with it. It was out of this world.
They drove around while we were playing and cheered us on.
Right.
What did the one guy say to you, Sam?
He said, "Wow, that was a phenomenal drive." And I was like, "Thanks, I dropped it." I didn't even hit it here.
It was on a very nice country club. Those houses were like amazing.
Yeah.
And
No,
very nice course.
It was cool.
Yeah. Overall, the town was nice. We were like near the Arkansas border, and we all had fun in this tiny Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
So,
11 of us in a Airbnb that had 4 beds, including a single.
Yeah.
We made it work, man.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, you booked the Airbnb.
I did.
Mm-hmm. And it had no Wi-Fi and no cable television.
Also, there was no microwave. I'd never realized how much I needed a microwave in my life.
I bought a snack for like beef stew because we've been driving all day, and I'm like, I need to eat something. I took it. I bought it at a Dollar General. Took it back. not knowing there was a microwave, so I had to get a pot and just kind of like stir it until it looked done. But hey, it worked.
Yeah.
It did come with a chessboard at least.
Yeah, we did play some chess. I beat him in chess.
You did. And we tied too.
Yeah, there was one stalemate.
Nope. Very good time. Very good time. So, sadly, we don't get to try out that Shack pizza.
Oh, dude.
Shackaroni.
We got the inside scoop that there's supposed to be a Shaquille O'Neal pizza
I know
coming
they
to
made
Papa
it because
John's.
the Shaq has like all those Papa John's in Atlanta or whatever.
Yeah.
He's made Shackaronis. He's like sold them. And our buddy Nick works at Papa John's. Great guy. He told us that the Shackaroni pizza is supposed to come out. It was supposed to come out today. And I thought it'd be a really cool bit if we actually reviewed it on camera and just talked about it. But we called him today. I called him and I was like, "Hi, do you have like the Shackaroni pizza?" And she goes, "What?" I was like, "The Shackaroni." And she goes, "No, we don't have that." So I said, "Okay, I'm not going to order anything." And then just hung up.
I was pretty upset. It looks
Yeah,
good.
I wanted to try.
I want to try a pizza named after Shaq.
I'm kind of jealous of those people in Atlanta that have had it.
Yeah.
We
I
will
like
have
that.
a Shack pizza.
When the Shaq pizza becomes available here, we are going to review it on the podcast because
Who doesn't love Shaquille O'Neal? I mean, and pizza. It's like two good things.
like how you
mixed.
supposed to know if the Shaq pizza is good if we don't review it?
Right.
There is something we talked about last week that I'd like to do right now. Kobey Ronk, you have to lick a Switch cartridge.
Oh yeah.
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 I'll grab it. Hold on.
The
Could transition that with like tasting.
just
That is
just
smart.
just to recap, last week we talked about how Nintendo Switch cartridges have a taste to them, so that kids don't put them in their mouths. And I believe Cody brought Super Mario Odyssey.
This is my favorite game on the Switch.
It's a very good game. My
So
brother
this
loves it.
Tastes the best, but yeah. So they have this like little like bitter, like stuff in the plastic to where little kids don't like swallow them. But I want Kobey to lick it.
So where should I lick it exactly?
Like right there and get like a nice like. Full,
So
like-
right on that Nintendo.
Yeah.
Just give it a huge old slobbery. All right. God. Oh yeah, dude, that aftertaste. That's
Yeah.
awful.
It's really.
It's
That's so smart of them. I gotta, dude. That's bad. That's like, it's so sour. So like when I licked it, at first it tasted like normal plastic, whatever. But then like, as soon as my tongue finished going up, it just like went through my taste buds. It was like, oh.
I want to know the intern that looked at the cartridge and goes, "Let's put a taste on that." Who was the first person to like put it in their mouth?
So there had to have been like a kid, right, when they were like testing the Switch that like started eating one, and they're like, "Stop, stop, stop!"
Bad.
They're like, "Knock it off, bro."
Dude, no, that's kind of, I like that though. Because like little kids do be picking up little things and just like putting it in their mouth.
Oh yeah, I did it with Legos.
Oh, dude.
Have I ever told you guys a story about when I put like the metal thing in my nose?
No.
Okay. So maybe I'm like kind of the reason why Switches have plastic. But so do you ever like open toothpaste and there's that little like metal thing that you pull off, like the little like metal thing,
Yeah.
so you know it's like fresh?
The like film.
It was like a day before preschool. I like opened the toothpaste and there's this like little like I pulled out the little metal thing. And I put it in my nose. So that was a big deal. So I didn't go to preschool that day because we had to sit at the doctor's office. And I could like, cause this is me. I was like 4, I guess, and I couldn't describe to my mom what I had put in my nose. She's like, "What is this that you put in your nose?" And I'm like, the little thing, bro. And she's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." She had me like draw it. She had me like describe it, like all these things. And I was like, "It's the thing on the toothpaste." And she's like, "What? I don't know what you're saying." So we finally get there. The dude literally just like takes tweezers and is like, pulled it right out. He's like, "This is it." We like sat at the doctor for like an hour, bro, for him to just like pull him out with tweezers in like 4 seconds. And my mom was so mad.
So you didn't put it in your mouth, it went up your nose?
No, I put it in my nose.
Can you imagine sticking one of those Switch cartridges up your nose?
You think it
Dude,
smells
that'd
bad?
be painful. Oh, yeah. What if you just got like a bad whiff of it? I remember like, kind of like when I was younger too, I remember I had a soda can and the little tab like for some reason whenever I drink sodas or anything in a can, I like ripping off the tabs. And so like a childish trait I have today as a 20-year-old. But when I was younger, I would like do it with my mouth. I remember one time I ripped it off with my upper lip and it went down my throat. And my mom was like freaking me out because she thought it was like gonna cut up my throat and everything. And I was like just so freaked out and pressed.
Oh my gosh.
But like speaking of tasting,
Wait.
Okay.
Which way did it come out?
You know, it's like when you swallow a penny, you know? Find it in the toilet.
Back to your transition.
I was going to say, speaking of things tasting bad, how about those Shake Shack shakes?
Yeah, last week Shake Shack was under fire for something that turned out to be a complete accident. 3 New York officers thought that they were poisoned at a Shake Shack, intentionally poisoned. But it just turns out it was like a cleaning chemical.
It was like mixers. A part of the shake machine. They didn't clean it all the way through, and they made the shakes. And I guess whenever they gave it to them, since it wasn't cleaned all the way, it had some of that chemical whatever in there. And yeah, the officers took a drink of it and just could tell it didn't taste good, and so they threw them away. And I think they like went in and said that, and they got like reimbursed for it or whatever, but then they eventually went to the hospital for it.
Yeah. Even Donald Trump Jr. tweeted about it, like bashing Shake Shack, dude, but he deleted that tweet.
Shake Shack is so good, man. You can't bash
Shake Shack is good.
I mean, everywhere makes mistakes because like Shake Shack is.
I've never had Shake Shack. It's
so good.
I didn't read up about the McDonald's one, but there was that officer that was freaking out that she was paranoid her McMuffin was gonna be poisoned because it was taking so long to come out.
That video is the dumbest thing
But that's
I've
like
ever
a
seen.
McDonald's, man. They take forever in general.
Yeah.
She really went to McDonald's thinking she get good service. Come on.
No hate to our McDonald's workers, but I mean sometimes they're just really slow. But although, like I've worked in not a fast food industry, but like at a restaurant, and I can admit that sometimes like just when it gets busy, it's hard to move fast, but when it's dead, like, you know, I don't know. It's a little different. I just don't know how I'd feel if I, like, got a shake, especially, like, somewhere from, like, Shake Shack when usually, like, the food is so good, and you take a sip and you're just like, ugh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never really get shakes anywhere.
Really?
It's always just water.
Water. I don't eat Steak and Shake anymore besides their shakes, so I'll get one from there.
I don't know.
I got food
I
poisoning
hope they go out
from
of
there.
business, bro. I swear to God. They're not good. They're not good.
I've never had a problem with them until one time I got food poisoning, and ever since then I've just kind of been like shady of eating there. It's like a fear thing, but I still get their shakes.
Just like the fact that they can have like a $4 entire meal. There's no way that's like
4 of them.
some high quality ingredients.
They have 4 for 4.
Exactly.
That's their slogan, 4 for 4.
4 for 4. Wendy's has a 4 for 4.
And usually there's like one waitress working and then one chef. So like even if it's just like a small group of you guys, it takes forever for the food to come out.
I never realized that.
The only time I've been to a Steak and Shake is like really late at night.
Yep. We used to go at like 4 in the morning. Remember that?
Exactly. Like I've never been, I think, in the middle of the day.
Any place that's open 24 hours, I have mad respect for them.
I do. Like, because I feel like that
Denny's.
takes so much out of somebody.
Yeah.
Especially on a night that's dead. Because
Mm-hmm.
then you just go into the late night and you're not doing anything. It's got to be miserable.
Yeah.
It's gotta be miserable working like the late shift.
Yeah. You're tired all the time.
Mm-hmm. What else do we have here?
Tell us about your new game, man.
Oh,
Last of Us 2.
The Last of Us Part 2 came out over the weekend. And I think the first one came out in like 2012 or something like that. And it's insane how long it took for the second one to come out. But so far it's been worth it.
Well, there was all those like delays, right? What happened with all that?
It was supposed to come out in February, I believe. And then something happened with the game that pushed it back to March or May. And then Corona happened. And
Coronavirus?
it got pushed back to June. And they couldn't push it back anymore. So they said, all right, it's coming out June 19th.
So, like, what is it about?
Last of Us is basically a post-apocalyptic game.
Like zombies or just like post anything?
It's like
apocalypse.
It's like zombies, but imagine if zombies had like a fungus infection. Like there are some of them that can't see. There are some that are big and fat and can spit acid. It's pretty nuts.
But you can't see?
No, the zombies can't see. Some of them.
Oh, okay.
The entire game is just
Oh, right. I
Like-
was like, I
like-
thought it was a.
There's a listen mode where you can like see through walls. And it's pretty cool.
That is cool.
But I played about an hour and a half of the second one, and I was already bawling my eyes out.
Just crying.
So yeah,
So is it like a horror game?
it's definitely like a thriller. The first one's my favorite game of
Michael
all
Jackson.
time. But you did not just say Michael Jackson
Is he in it?
in Last of Us.
Yeah.
Sadly not.
Bad
He's
game.
one of the zombies.
Yeah.
And he gets them all to hit the thriller, like in the music video.
But yeah, the second one's really good so far. I still have about 18 hours to play.
Does it take place in like a fantasy world or like the Earth?
The Earth.
The Earth?
Yeah.
Okay.
The fantasy world.
I don't know. Shoot.
It's all Ohio.
When I think of zombies, I think of either, COD zombies or like Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead's one of my favorite games.
Left 4 Dead 2 is
That's really
amazing.
It is so good.
The Witches.
Yeah.
Still thinking about that Shack pizza, bro.
Yeah. Shack Pizza would have been
It
nice.
cut deep when the girl on the phone said, "What?"
She had no idea what I was talking about.
We got promised it'd be on the menu and they lied.
I know. He said we open at 9:30. Nope, was not there.
Did you see people were trying to cancel Joe Rogan last week for old podcast bits he did? Where
Like how long ago?
It was around Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
And from podcasts like we're talking years ago.
Yeah. I saw him
I don't know how people
trending
go
on
that
Twitter,
dated.
and I thought, oh, what did he do this time? Like, what was funny this time? But it was people saying, A, cut his podcast, Spotify drop him, stuff like that.
I don't know if Spotify would want to do that. He just signed that huge
With our
contract.
$100 million deal with
Dude,
Joe Rogan.
that's insane for a podcast, that much money. So he left Apple Music, right?
I don't think he left Apple per se. I'm not sure if he had an actual deal with Apple, but it's just going to be exclusively on Spotify now.
It's not going to be on Apple Music anymore?
I'm not even sure if it's going to be on YouTube.
It's
He
not
said
even
the
gonna be on
clips are going to be on YouTube.
Yeah, but the Folk podcast, I believe, is just going to be on Spotify.
That's crazy. That's huge that he left for that much, and now it's only on one platform.
But he's smart because he still owns 100% of his podcast.
That is
They-
okay. Yeah,
They just got streaming rights.
Yeah.
That's all Spotify got.
I guarantee you, Spotify is about to go up because all those people are gonna
I downloaded it.
get all those people are gonna get Spotify now because Joe Rogan's
Yeah,
so popular.
as soon as I heard about it, I was like, all right, I'll get Spotify.
Yeah, that is crazy, man. That
Spotify's
much-
great. I don't know why people hate on Spotify.
I don't like.
I don't think anyone hates on it, but
Yeah,
you're an Apple Music guy, right?
I'm an
I-
Apple Music
I
guy
am an
too.
Apple Music guy.
No, Spotify's so much better.
I mean, I don't mind Spotify. I used to have, but then we got that family plan, so now I just
The family plan's great.
I just like the music.
I love
dude.
it. Yeah, Apple Music has I think it's them and Spotify are close.
Yeah,
This
same.
boy has Spotify Premium.
I love Spotify Premium.
Want to break from the ads?
I haven't heard that in years.
It's my
Thank God.
favorite. No, Spotify's nice. Joe Rogan's gonna profit off that.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like him doing that in the world of podcasts is such a move that a bunch of people will do that now.
I'm not sure how long he just said multi-year deal,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure how long that is per se, but I think he's making somewhere, this just a guess, around 30 million a year just off that podcast.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And then
Yeah.
he gets all that stuff from promotions, and
Oh,
he
yeah,
still works
sponsors.
with UFC, right?
Ads. Oh
So-
yeah, he's still commentating.
I bet Dana doesn't pay him anything.
He's one of the best. Dana doesn't pay anyone anything,
does-
though.
Dana
except
like it.
McGregor,
Right.
and he should be paying Khabib more.
Yeah.
Khabib's a terrorist.
No.
You got into some beef this weekend.
Okay, so I need to sit there and talk about this because I love pushing people's buttons. I just love just the tiny stuff, bro. Just getting people kind of aggravated just to see how much I do to everyone. but we've got friends that are big into the UFC. I mean, big UFC fans. I'm not the biggest UFC fan.
They know a lot.
I
Yeah,
like
they-
Jorge
they,
Masvidal.
they're very knowledgeable about UFC, like nothing that I know, like about like fighting or anything. And they always argue about Khabib and McGregor because Khabib beat McGregor,
He beat him bad.
which was funny. But we have this friend who loves McGregor. Like he thinks he's the greatest fighter ever. Just anything McGregor does is the best thing. And Khabib and McGregor got canceled, right? McGregor 2. Was there gonna be like a second fight or whatever?
It wasn't set yet.
Yeah.
Because Khabib has to fight Justin Gaethje in
See,
September.
I know nothing about the UFC.
And
Yeah.
wasn't he supposed to earlier, but because of COVID
He was
and
supposed to fight
everything-
Tony Ferguson first.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
That's-
that's
But
right,
that
that's
got
right.
canceled.
That's what I was thinking of. But they make all the jokes like Khabib is a terrorist, yada yada yada. But they were arguing in our Twitter group chat, and they invited some other kid that we used to go to high school with, who's also like probably even a bigger McGregor fan than him. And
Knows like everything about him.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. Like he just
It is pretty cool.
Like the little things he could just tell you. He's like, it's really cool.
yeah, I mean it's like you can love McGregor all you want, bro. I just want to push his buttons. So like every time he'd say something, I was like, bro, McGregor sucks. Like Khabib is obviously the best fighter in the UFC, probably all time. Just like if you don't know, like you're stupid if you can't like realize that. And he's like asking me all these questions. He's like, bro, he's like, who has Khabib beaten? He's like, and I'm like, he's beaten everyone. I just like say stuff like that. Like he's beaten every person in the UFC. That's not even, but he just like kept saying stuff like that. And every single time I never like refuted his argument. I just said it was wrong. He was probably completely right. I'm sure everything he said was correct, but it was just so funny. And then nothing was funnier than he goes, oh yeah? He goes, do you even know what UFC stands for?
And you did. Oh,
And I said, what does that have to do with anything?
even though it's the whole platform that you're arguing.
And then I was like, do you even know who Khabib is? I was like, let me inform you. And then I just went to the Wikipedia and I copied like the first paragraph and I just sent that. And I was like, I bet you didn't know all this. And then I wanted him to do it so bad and he did it. He screenshotted the Wikipedia page and like circled it and was like, yeah, bro, you sure know a lot. I'm like, it's obviously a joke.
It's just funny seeing people react like that.
No, yeah.
I want to
It was
have
just-
him on so we can discuss this.
It was just funny because you copy and pasted everything, and I guarantee you he read like the first sentence and was like, he totally got this off Wikipedia, and just called you out like that.
Well, because
Yeah.
it was like,
So funny.
the first thing was like Khabib, like this was like Khabib's full name, like a name that I don't even know how to pronounce, like his middle name and everything was like is a UFC fighter. It's like saying all this like very obviously not something I wrote. I don't know.
I want to know how you get that clearance from Wikipedia to edit sites, or do you, or
Is it a clearance or can you just do it?
Okay, so like my thing is, you know how in high school everybody is like, you can't use Wikipedia, it's not a valuable source, blah blah blah. So like I remember I've done this multiple times. I've tried getting on Wikipedia, just like edit something for fun, and I put my email and everything, and I get like Wikipedia emails, but I can't edit anything. It's annoying.
I got in trouble in grade school for someone saying you can't use Wikipedia on your 5-page paper. I go, why? And I just kept saying why, and they're like, it's not reliable. And I go, why? And I had to sit by myself.
I use Wikipedia for a lot of things.
Everything, dude.
Like
I
it's
use
just
it for
so
everything.
easy. You can just
It is nice.
Google and Google Wikipedia is the first thing to pop up.
I've never come across a Wikipedia page that was like a joke. It was all just
I have. So it was during the NFL season in 2017, I think it was 2018 that year, and it was Coach McVay of the Rams versus Coach Garrett of the Cowboys, and the Rams beat the Cowboys in the playoffs. It was the divisional round, and on that page it said, where is he from, and like his parents, Coach Garrett's, and it said McVay's son, rest in peace, the year. And I think it was up for like 30 minutes, and Wikipedia changed it back to normal. But I guess like a Rams fan immediately took to Wikipedia to change his whole bio, and it was hilarious. That's the one instance I've seen of like Wikipedia being taken as a joke,
yeah.
and just like, because I guess they're on it if they can switch it that quick.
Yeah.
Which they should be. That's why I think it's a valuable
How many
source,
people
but-
do you think work at Wikipedia?
They're always asking for money, so probably not many.
I just got that recently where I hopped on Wikipedia and it said, hey, donate, like a fat screen that said donate. I'm like, I'm just trying to know my knowledge.
Well, I mean, I guess that's kind of good on Wikipedia for them to do that because there's not like advertisements on Wikipedia.
When you
That's the only way they can make
Wikipedia. Trying to look at like.
Yeah,
where
I
they
mean, that's the
started
only
and
way I think
everything.
Wikipedia can make their money is through just donations. And it's surprising that they can keep going because I don't know how many people donate to Wikipedia.
Yeah. When you just did that, it reminded me of that movie, The Internship, where Vince Vaughn Googled Google.
I do that all the time. So I get on that Safari app because sometimes I don't use the Google app. And even like whenever we were at our friend's house and I got on his PlayStation internet browser and it was Google, but I Google. I'm just like, God.
Have you guys ever Googled yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Images actually pop up.
Yeah, I get a couple images.
I don't think anything ever pops up specifically of me. Like never like pictures of me, but I'm also not very.
Yeah.
I
I don't
do
know.
much.
Like from high school, just random pictures will pop up and I'm like, hey, that's me.
There's an image of me that pops up on Google where it's a picture I sent to you like sophomore year, Cody. And
Okay.
it was my high school profile picture for journalism. And it just pops up with sunglasses and a top hat, all that.
Yeah, I remember one time we Googled you and your like Boy Scout pictures show up.
Yeah, my Eagle Scout ceremony.
Okay.
Was cool. Did you Google yourself?
He's
Oh,
just
no.
reading about Wikipedia right now.
I need to know where they were based at, and it was San Francisco.
Same for him.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No, yeah, I Google myself, and no, not too wise.
Yeah, I did just Google myself, and not a single picture of me popped up.
So you have me in my journalism picture with this dress on, and then my everyday warrior.
You're gonna have to pop up these
and then
pictures
there's me
on the
as
screen.
a fifth grade. Are you smarter than a fifth grader? Because I was a genius.
Oh my
Not really, I
God.
was terrible. But you see my white tube socks? I was rocking them. Yeah, no. And yeah, I'm just everywhere. And
That's
then
really
like random
funny.
people from our high school, I guess, of articles I did.
Yeah, I get that too. Random people from high school and then relatives I never see anymore.
Yeah. It's good, dude.
It's pretty interesting.
For some reason, my journalism profile is still up.
I'm sure mine's still up, but
There was a lot of stuff going on Twitter over the weekend with allegations and stuff like that.
yeah, I mean, Twitter's always on some like that. But if you're talking about the Chris D'Elia ones, those are kind of weird. I don't know.
I saw that one. I saw Justin Bieber was trending last night, but
What'd J Beebs do?
apparently it was a certain allegation,
Okay.
and he basically made about 12 tweets explaining like where he was on that night, who he was with.
What night?
This was a long time ago, back when he was dating Selena Gomez, I think.
Oh, so like,
Yeah, it was
So, like,
way
a while
back. It was
ago.
way back. But I saw a comment that said, "Imagine being Hailey Bieber and seeing Justin Bieber tweet about Selena Gomez all day."
hey, I pushed for Selena and Justin. I like
True.
that
Yeah, I
relationship.
did too.
For some reason, as a kid, I was really obsessed with like celebrity couples, and I pushed for
Especially
them.
Disney.
Yes,
celebrities.
Disney and like Nickelodeon, their celebrities when they would get together, it was like a major push.
Oh yeah.
It was like I needed it. Like in iCarly, when Sam and Freddie kissed, like I wanted them to actually date in real life. Like that was a major push.
My dad still thinks Peon Carl is the funniest thing of
Did
all
we
time.
talk about Bianca Carl last time?
Did we talk about Peon Carl?
I think we did.
Oh my gosh.
We are already out of stuff to talk about. We gotta go back to episode 1.
We're not out. It's just really funny. So it
Yeah,
comes back up.
we're gonna circle back to iCarly every episode.
We have to. That's what we were raised on. That and Drake and Josh.
Oh yeah, Drake and Josh was good.
I love Josh Beck.
Did you like him before or after he lost all that weight?
Dude, Fat Josh was the best Josh.
Exactly.
But the Josh now, like, I love his vlogs and everything, so.
I'm worried this is the exact conversation we had last week.
Dude, it's hard.
I'm trying to think. I didn't watch the whole episode because I hate watching myself. But, you know.
Why do you hate watching yourself?
Because I just cringe at myself, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm so cringy. I don't know what it is.
It is like hard to like hear your own voice, and that's all what a podcast is.
I always hear my own voice and I think, wow, that's a deep voice.
I
like
surprisingly
in your head or like in real life.
In my head.
Yeah.
I surprisingly have like a really loud voice, but when I watched the video last week, I was kind of soft, so it was weird. So I'm used to being known as like the loud one, and everyone telling me to
Yes.
shut up.
It's just a
Yes,
matter
I'm
of the
loud.
mic.
Yeah,
Just start yelling.
no, I'm not gonna. It'd be rude.
Sure.
Ear, hurt the ears.
Yeah. You know, not much you can do about it, I guess. You're just born that way.
Yeah, I feel like it runs in the family because I'm pretty like a lot of my family's loud.
I'm the
Like-
only ginger in my family.
How does that work?
No idea.
You're just a special breed of human beings.
Just built different.
You're like the
guess, bro.
vegans and Scott Pilgrim. You have special powers. But when you break ginger code, they come and arrest you.
what was those cops that came?
He ate milk with coffee.
The vegan
drank
police.
drank coffee. Jeez, with actual milk in it. So the vegan police came and got him.
Wow. Scott Pilgrim is such a great movie.
You're gonna break ginger
I love
code,
that movie.
whatever ginger code is, and they're gonna come get you, and your hair is gonna turn brown.
I think the only code is, wear a shirt while you're in the beach or
You always have to wear
Everything.
swim shirts.
always be strapped with sunscreen, playing golf, going on a hike, anything.
Always got the sunscreen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This sunscreen. Bro, we'll be like at the beach for like 2 hours and you're like, gotta reapply.
Do that while golfing. I did it 6 times the other week.
You applied sunscreen 6 times?
Yeah. And
Like-
guess what? I didn't get burnt.
Do you ever tan?
Never in my life have I tanned. We
So you-
went to Mexico and I think the only person who didn't get sunburnt.
So you're telling me you can go outside for like 8 hour day and you reapply. You use the kind of sunscreen that's supposed to tan you and you won't tan.
Well, I bet I probably could.
Would the red turn into like a nice tan?
No.
No.
Never.
You just peel and you're white again.
I haven't peeled in years because I had such a bad sunburn in 4th grade. I was just thinking to myself, I'm never going to go through that again.
I'm never going outside again.
Yeah.
I used to peel on my face all the time really bad. Like, I could really
Yeah.
like...
Oh, yeah. I
The
had it on
worst
my back.
peels are on your feet, I swear.
Oh, I've never had a sunburn on anything lower than my knees.
It's always my shoulders.
Dude, yeah, the shoulders are the worst.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like your hair gets brighter?
Yeah, mine does.
I
I was like, I've noticed that your hair will get brighter.
I get told all the time my hair looks bright on certain days.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I feel like in the winter times you have that darker orange.
Yeah, I got a
When it gets-
haircut last week, and people tell me it looks brighter.
Yeah, I think it does right now.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
True.
When I was a kid, I used to like tan really well, and my hair would turn bright, like a light brown. But now I feel like I just stay
Yeah.
the same
Yeah.
year out. I had that left arm, right arm difference in tans going because on our way down there, I had the trucker arm out the window. So the sun just burnt my whole arm, but then my right arm was perfectly fine.
I've been trying to play that game in the car where I'm in the back seat. I just smile at people, and if they wave back, you get 2 points. If they smile, you get 1.
Didn't one of our friends put in a rule to where if they didn't wave back or if they flipped you off or something, you would get negative points?
I think if they flip you off, you go back to 0.
Oh my God.
I think that should be a rule. But that's how bored I get on car drives.
Should we bring up leopard chick?
Oh my goodness. We stopped at this place called Uranus, Missouri. Or just the place was called
It was like
Uranus.
a fudge factory called Uranus. Good
Yeah.
one.
Good fudge.
We would walk in, they'd be like, "Welcome to Uranus." And we were waiting to check out
Every
because
time someone walked in, by the way.
we got bored. And
It was in sync too.
yeah, we were just checking out, and Cody goes, "Oh my god." And we're like, "What could
And I can't say anything because she's like right in front of us.
and we're all like, "What?"
finally someone looked over, and it's this chick, bro. She's got leopard print tattoos all down her arms and like up her face, and I just like was like blown away.
She turned herself into a big cat.
Like tattoos are cool and all, but I mean that's just a little bit like much. Like, what if you wanted to like go work somewhere? I don't know.
My thing was it was really hot outside and she was wearing all black.
Yeah.
Like I would be sweating. I hate wearing all black in the summertime because I sweat so bad.
Would you guys get tattoos?
I feel like I want one. I just don't know where I would get it or what I would have.
That's
on it.
exactly what I think.
I'd probably say no. Even if I don't think I'd ever get one.
I can't think of anything I'd want on my body.
I
forever.
like tattoos. Like I think tattoos are really cool, and I think people have like really good tattoos that I can really like appreciate. But I just don't know if I'd ever want one on my body.
Some of those tattoo artists do like such a good job in detail. Like I think Cardi B has this one tattoo on her right thigh, and it's huge and it's so detailed. And I'm like, how does somebody like focus that much on like
That's
a human's leg
Terrifying.
to make it that detailed?
Like The Rock, how his tattoo is
I love that.
It's built to his body, his build. But imagine if The Rock ever thought, all right, I'm not doing this anymore, and he got like bigger. How do you think that tattoo would look?
How does The Rock get bigger?
Like, not bigger, but like bigger.
Oh,
You know what
like
I mean?
fatter.
Yeah.
I can't imagine The Rock fat. The Rock's too awesome Rock has to say the same because he's so awesome.
He's making too much money off action movies. Well, I guess there can never be too much money, but
He's in every movie.
There can never be too much Dwayne Johnson.
yeah. He did a great job in The Game Plan.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. I think if I were to ever get a tattoo, it would be of Kronk on my upper thigh.
I feel like, if I want to get a
From The
tattoo,
Emperor's New Groove.
it has to be something that, like, in my life or something I can relate to, whether it's family or, like, a certain thing I like I don't know, a show, whatever. Just something that has a nice message, I guess.
Yeah. We have a couple friends who have tattoos.
Yeah, I
They
like
look pretty
them.
Cool.
Yeah. I just don't know. Yeah, that's the thing. I just don't know where I get it because I know some places are more strict on, like, showing tattoos than other places. So I feel like I'd have to get it somewhere where it's, like, not really shown.
Yeah.
And then that kind of like not defeats the purpose, but then it's kind of like you can't be like, look at my nice tattoo.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always get one like up here.
I feel like I feel like tattoos, they're becoming normalized, and I don't really see why somebody having, like, let's say a tattoo on their arm or, like, you know, somewhere that's the leg, somewhere that's shown really, like, should hurt their chances of getting a job or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like you should be able to express yourself like that.
When I went to space camp, this was like 7th or 8th grade. At the last like hour or so that like my tour guide was like showing us around, he was like, I want to show you guys something that's like really cool. And he always had these like fake, like, it looked like he had like a shirt, like a long sleeve underneath his shirt. And it's, I mean, where's space camp? Alabama?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huntsville.
Yeah, it's like hot down there, you know, and all that.
Mhm.
I was like, dude, how's he sitting there in this like long sleeve shirt all day? And he like pulls down his like arm sleeves, and it's like this just awesome space tattoo, bro. There's like a little, there's like an astronaut right here. It's like all the
Really?
planets. It's his whole arm. It's a whole sleeve.
That's so cool.
And he's like, I have this tattoo. He's like, this is how much I like to love space and stuff. And I'm like, dude, this is so cool. And he's like, but I have to wear these arm things because I'm not allowed to show my tattoos.
Yeah.
And I was like, that just like something that like resonated me, you know, because I was like, what, like 11 or 12 going down there, and I was like, he can't even show his his space tattoos at space camp.
Right, he's working somewhere that
That's free
has
advertising.
space on it.
I swear that like really like resonated with me, and I was like 12, and I was like, whoa.
Space camp was cool.
I didn't
Space
get to
camp's
go.
cool. What's like the gyro thing called?
I have no idea.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You get in and it just like spins you all around, but it keeps your stomach in the center so you don't get sick.
Yeah.
Like you could be I was in there for like quite a while, and I never got nauseous.
I was the first one to do a couple things because I just remembered what we were talking about that day.
Yeah.
And they had a trivia question. And I can't remember anything now. That's how it was with high school, I guess. I can't remember most things.
From high school?
Yeah. Mainly math.
Oh,
I'm so bad at math.
I'm terrible in math and science.
Cody said, math is so easy.
Math is pretty easy. I am taking calculus.
I don't know. Math, like, I was never bad at math, but I hated it so much that I didn't want to put the effort towards it. So I
I was on the math team in high school.
You were on the math team.
Got third place one tournament.
a mathlete.
Yeah. I don't know.
I was on the chess club in grade school.
You want to play chess right now?
Not really.
They had a chess club in grade school.
We went to the same grade school.
Go Hawks.
I didn't go there.
We made it. It was actually middle school. It was K through 8th grade. And this kid in my class had this petition to start a chess club.
Organization at that young. I like
And
it.
he just gave it to the principal, and she said, sure, why not? So-
Hey, let's get this chess club.
Yeah, so we started a chess club, and we would have it every day in the cafeteria. Well, every Thursday, I meant, in the cafeteria after school. And there was this one kid, I'm remembering this, who was just up in my grill while I'm playing chess, all right? I'm playing one of my friends, and he's just freaking out, going, oh, nice move, stuff like that. And the teacher who was in charge of it asked him to move away and kept telling him over and over. And the kid finally moved like a table away and screams, there, you happy? She calls his parents, and they walk in, and he starts crying. And he just starts apologizing over and over. And I never saw him there again.
At chess club?
Yeah.
I remember in grade school, I used to get in trouble. It was mainly first grade, and our teacher would give us these progress reports to take home and have our parents sign.
I hate
That way,
those.
that way they knew that you were being bad in school. But I remember one time, like, it was like my third progress report of the month, and I knew, like, my mom was gonna put the hammer on me, and so I'm in first grade, so I have terrible handwriting now, so imagine a first grade me. And I just tried forging her signature, and I gave it to my teacher. She didn't even glance at it, and I had to pull the red card, dude. I was done for.
That's so
Like, called my parents. It was
forging the signature.
it was over. It was easy in high school, but first grade, dude, no.
I'm really good at that.
Forging signatures?
Yeah.
That's a crime. It's terrible.
I never use it for anything, don't worry.
I used to always get like the rowdy, like what was like disrupting the class and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
Would you ever just fart and it would be louder than you intended, but you'd get in trouble for it?
Yeah.
That was such... Man, that made me
We
so
had this-
upset.
We had this kid. You know, I wonder if you'll know who I'm talking about, but he used to fart all the time in grade school, bro, and it was like a problem. It was like a literal problem because he'd fart in the middle of class. it would smell so bad.
Just drop a nuke.
Bro, he'd like gas the entire room, bro. Like kids would like get up and sit away from him. Like, oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think the main thing that my class always got in trouble for was talking while the teacher was teaching, because like nobody cared. So they would just have like full on, and they're first graders, so they're loud.
Yeah.
They would just have full on conversations in the back of the room while the teacher's teaching.
There were these kids in my class who got in trouble for saying the word roasted. They would be like, boom, roasted. And our sub that day decided to look up on Urban Dictionary what roasted meant.
Boomer looking.
And underneath it said, it implies someone, like calling someone gay or homosexual. And so those kids had to sit like
What?
in the three corners of the room for the rest of the year.
Oh my god! For the rest of the year?
I think so. It was probably around March.
Oh my gosh. That's a long time.
Yeah.
It's so funny that the teacher's main source was Urban Dictionary, a
I had a
site
teacher
just
like that
known
too.
for
A
slang.
teacher using Urban Dictionary.
I don't remember what someone said one time in my class, but I remember my teacher went and like looked it up on Urban Dictionary, thinking like she was like on to something though. Like she really thought she was gonna get him, and then like it wasn't even like anything bad. Like I don't even remember what he said, but she was like, "What does that mean?" And he's like, "It means what?" It wasn't even like a slang word, bro. It wasn't even like he just said like something. I wish I remembered this story. I'm so bad with memories. But I just like all I remember was it was not anything bad, and it was never like it didn't like mean anything else. And she was like,
I remember in 4th grade, I asked this girl to be my Valentine, and I got in trouble. Well, all right, I didn't get in trouble, but she started crying because I asked her to be my Valentine.
She started crying
Because we were lined up against the wall ready to go into the classroom, and I was just like, I'm running out of time. I got to make my move.
do it.
So I like snuck up there and asked her to be my Valentine. She didn't say anything. She started crying. So I went back to line, and they were up there talking about it. So I'm like, crap, I gotta think of something. And so when the teacher comes up to me, she's like, why is this girl crying? And I said, because I said a bad joke. And it was about cheese. And the whole time I'm being interrogated, my teacher's like, well, tell me the joke. And I couldn't think of anything.
And you said, will you be my Valentine?
So I was just like, I don't remember. So eventually I finally didn't get in trouble. But I was max nervous. I was sweating. I didn't know what to say because I was just trying to ask this girl to be my Valentine.
I don't know. Back in the day, it just used to be easier, I guess. Now it just seems like life's so hard.
Did the teachers ever be like, if you're gonna bring Valentine's, you gotta bring enough for the whole class?
Or if you're gonna bring food, you didn't bring food for everybody.
You know what's the weirdest thing? Going back and thinking about it, that it was your birthday. So you brought everybody food to eat in the classroom. That almost doesn't make sense.
It's like everybody should be bringing me a snack.
We had this game in 4th grade called Homeworkopoly, where if you did all your homework, where if you did all your homework, you got to roll the die and move your piece along this Monopoly board.
That was the best.
And one of the prizes was lunch with the teacher.
That sounds awful.
You would sit in the teacher's lounge with the teacher and just eat chips and something.
Just talk about whatever.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there.
I remember, I don't know if this was a thing at your guys' school, but you guys have to work when you were in
the lunch workers.
The lunch works and stuff.
You guys, okay, just for a little clarification, they went to a private school and I went to a different private school in the same city, but we had to work. When you were in 6th grade, you didn't have recess anymore. You either studied or worked. And I remember I would be the secretary, which was the best. It was kind of like study hall, but you had to answer the phone once a year. But I remember you'd always have to tell the teacher something. And I remember having to knock on the teacher's lounge door. And they'd be they would have to unlock the door and they peer it open. They'd be like, what is it? I'm like, this kid wants, or there's someone on the phone for this teacher, and they're like, okay, give us a second. They'd shut the door again, and then I'd sit there be waiting and then finally the teacher would come out, bro. You never get to see inside of the teacher's lounge. It was the weirdest thing.
We did patrols. We opened the gate and directed cars for people picking up and dropping off kids. We did lunch workers.
Dude, working
explains
thinking
itself.
about that, we were 10 to 13-year-old kids, and we were working in the in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Directing traffic.
They made us do
That's
dishes.
almost as scary too. You had to direct traffic.
That's terrifying.
The runway guy. You're just standing up there.
Imagine being 12 directing a car.
No, that's so weird.
Not only one car, but 60.
Right.
We had to spend 30 minutes a day, bro, doing dishes. You know how many dishes? Because there's hundreds of trays.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's all of the big pots and pans and stuff they use to cook on. That was awful. But you got free lunch.
Yeah, I like how we could be learning exactly what our parents paid for us to do at a school.
It's a private school and they can't afford 2 more kitchen workers. I don't know.
My favorite thing was when it was
Child
your
labor.
birthday, especially me and yours, because we had the same birthday. We get the little pen that
Yeah,
says, "It's my birthday," and you have this clout walking around
yeah.
It's my birthday.
What was it? We also had a student council for 7th and 8th graders, and I won vice president.
Dude, what's a student council gonna do anywhere? What does student council do for any level of education, especially 7th and 8th grade? What did you guys vote on? What was the student council meeting like?
Our president got the gavel, and they
No,
would
he
bang it
didn't.
once.
No, he didn't.
And
It's
we would go over
NHS.
the minutes of last meeting, go over who owes what money. I guess we had a treasurer, and the treasurer would. Oh wait, no. If you were talking, there was this snitch. We had an assigned snitch. If you were talking during the student council meeting, this guy would write down your name, and you would have to pay like 20 cents.
Oh, I thought you were about to say dollars.
So you guys were corrupt.
Yes.
It was a corrupt government.
Yes, it got up to $1 at one point. I think. But that's a lot
dictatorship.
for a kid.
A dictatorship.
Speaking of money, are you done?
Yeah.
Sorry, that was kind of rude.
You're chilling.
No, because bringing up money. Do you remember when my hair was really long?
Yeah.
I used to have hair down to my shoulders, bro. I had the awesomest hair, but my school used to like fine me like $20, like every maybe like once a month. There was like points where it was like once a month, bro, because my hair grows so fast. But like I would, because they always said boys' hair couldn't be touching the collared shirts, of course, you know,
Or in front of your eyes.
yeah. So I always said that like I always just had long hair, but they would literally like they had uniform checks just for me. I swear to God, they would come in. They'd be like, one kid would be like, "Oh, you're not wearing a belt." They'd be like, "Oh, this is your first warning," and then they'd look at me. They'd be like, "Yep, your hair's too long. $20 infraction."
Infraction.
For what? I was a boy with long hair.
I remember there was that whole thing about a few months ago about that kid who couldn't go to prom because his hair was like too long
That's so stupid.
or
I
something
don't know.
like that. But I remember I was sitting just minding my own business in class, and it was a requirement. We had to wear ankle-high white socks.
Yeah,
And mine had the writing Under Armour on it.
Oh,
and I
no.
got in trouble for that.
Did yours like when you say ankle socks, like how high did they have to be? Because if ours were under the ankle, we'd get in trouble.
Yes.
Yeah,
So yours had to be above the ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hated that.
They had to be like, I always wore the
Bottom
tube
of the
size.
shin.
I always
Pull
pulled
them
like
up.
the long socks, but I scrunched them down.
There was this kid for gym. We either had to wear the shorts we were wearing all day or bring PE shorts.
Wear them underneath the pants.
Yeah, but there was this kid who forgot
wow.
his PE shorts, so he just rolled up his pant legs, and that was really funny.
You know, I did that one time, and then I got in trouble at my school.
He got in trouble too. That kid.
Dude, we didn't even have PE clothes at my school. We brought PE shoes because God forbid they get that floor that they probably spent way more money than like their education budget on.
Yeah, we just wore our collared shirts.
But like we'd be like sixth graders, bro. Like I'd be like kind of like large, like growing up, bro. I'm getting sweaty and I'm getting stinky when I sweat, bro. At this point in my life, and we'd go play PE and then come back and I'd have to sit there in my uniform, my like damp uniform.
It was miserable.
It's awful.
Around what grade does PE end?
We had PE up until 8th grade for.
So did we.
Yeah.
But
I had PE.
I mean,
yeah,
is PE a thing at public middle schools?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
I figured.
Oh, all right. I don't know. I just.
You had PE to like senior year of high school.
Yeah,
I
we had
thought.
PE in high school, bro.
Oh, not PE. Recess.
Oh.
That's what I was thinking.
No, recess
We
is not
stopped
a
at
thing in public.
5th grade was our
schools.
last one. Once you hit middle school, we didn't do recess anymore.
We had recess until eighth
Eighth
grade.
grade.
Lucky.
8th
I
grade.
didn't
I
go
would
there
kill
in
for
8th
that.
grade.
We had recess. I remember telling people that and them being like, "What?"
I remember
Why?
when I
That sounds
switched
awesome.
to public school, I was like, that was the main thing I was mad about because I didn't have recess anymore in public school, and it was miserable. Because recess kickball was dominant.
You guys said senior year of high school, and I was thinking we didn't have recess senior year of high school.
That'd be pretty cool if we
Could you-
did.
I would kill
this
for high school recess.
school-wide like dodgeball game. Could you imagine?
Dude, think about like 2,000 kids, bro, all just like playing on the football field.
On the lodge for recess.
Oh man.
That would be great.
What time are we at, Mr. Schaefer?
We're at 55 minutes.
Oh wow.
I could talk about how much I hated that private school for another hour,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
I don't
Can't
know.
hate on your roots.
They hated us. No, they just hated us. They hated me.
It shaped who we are today. You know.
Yep.
They did.
Yeah.
One way or another.
Yeah, that's why I have short hair now.
Yeah.
It scarred you for life.
It
The
did.
$20 infraction.
No, there's a point. If I could go back and change that decision, I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't like my long hair now because it gets too curly for my liking. But
I'm
Yeah.
trying to think
I'm just
of
so
what,
sad that I gave in. I gave in to him and I had short hair.
I'm trying to think of what you look like with long hair now.
Probably stupid.
You look like your dad did.
My dad's hair is nice because it's so curly, but mine doesn't curl as much as his does. Mine just looks kind of like I don't comb it.
I remember you got a haircut and my dad goes, "Wow." My dad went, "Wow."
That's how people were to me in high school. I used to have really like long,
You used to have
curly, shaggy hair.
a fro. You had
And
an
everyone-
afro.
Every boomer, oh, you need a haircut. Oh, get a haircut. It's like, oh, shut up. Like,
You had a fro in high school for a while.
I remember, I used to slick it back, but then one day, it was before a volleyball game. I decided to, like, comb it this way. So I just had this giant afro, and I went all throughout school and even played the volleyball game with an afro. I just put a headband in, so it
That's
looked.
really funny.
I just realized that we're all wearing Hawaiian shirts and we didn't even say why.
Oh, we wanted to acknowledge the Hawaiian shirts, and then we didn't. I thought, because I want this to be like a running theme of like coordinated outfits, but I don't know. After this, I don't know what we could do because Hawaiian shirts was the max creativity I had.
It's all the way up here with Hawaiian shirts.
Peak. Everything
I don't
else.
know. You need a birthday hat, bro.
Oh, that's
It
true.
is his birthday.
It is Cody Schaefer's birthday.
Yeah, it is my birthday today, but this won't come out on my birthday, so
How does it feel to be another year older?
it's all right.
It's about the same as yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I woke up tired after I slept 8 hours. Ate
Birthdays
fast food.
birthdays as a kid was
Amazing.
all right. I'm spending time with my friends. Birthdays now are I'm gonna use this to do whatever I want, and that thing is probably sleep.
Yeah, like I don't know. I can't even like describe how much I don't want a birthday party. I'm just like, that's just so weird. Like
Yeah.
the idea of a birthday party just doesn't excite me anymore. Maybe I'm just a boomer. God forbid I'm already a
A
boomer.
19-year-old boomer.
Those exist, man. They're out there.
Well, happy birthday, bud.
Thank you. I'm gonna drink my Pepsi from Culver's now.
So what do you think, boys? Pretty good episode.
Yeah,
Very nice.
Yeah.
a little short. We're at 58 minutes right now.
All right.
I mean, that's
Nothing wrong with that.
not including the little pre-show. Just sit there and not start that we always do.
The countdown.
we
Black screen.
we planned on filming at 10 in the morning today. It's 1:40 right now.
Oh my god.
That's just how much we just like got here and then just didn't do anything. We could have had like 3 podcasts in the time that we did to just start this one. I mean, that was good.
Yeah.
Shared a couple stories, shared a couple experiences.
Mm-hmm.
How school shaped us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching.
Thank you.
Uh,
Again, we love the feedback from episode 1. It was amazing,
This is
and
great.
we really appreciate it.
don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys said everything that I kind of wanted to.
Sorry.
You're good.
Well, I didn't care to do like an outro, but I don't know. I mean, I thought this was a good episode.
Nice.
It's weird like now, actually like trying to like talk as if there's like an audience watching. I don't know. We're not YouTubers. I'm not used to this, but yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Keep the support up. It really boosts my confidence.
Bye.
The video is going to end now.
See ya.